Good day, everyone, and it is a beautiful one. The sun is shining. Oh, pardon me. The sun is shining and the grass is growing. It is a beautiful start to our summer, and I've got a great little treat recipe for you today. I've been eyeing this up in our recipe files and thought, you know what? We had Fireball left over from Blues Fest, and I had one open bottle with just a little bit left in the bottom, so what the heck? We're gonna give this a try. Okay, so I've got my pineapple. This is just fresh pineapple that I bought at Sobeys yesterday. I know at Costco they have the big wedges of pineapple, which I think would be even better. Or even better, Sobeys has lovely pineapples on sale for $3.99 each. So that's the best value for sure. And you just have to wedge it yourself. But they were out of them. So I've added in my 1/4 cup of Fireball liqueur, and this is for those of you who aren't familiar with Fireball, it is a cinnamon whiskey. Tastes like red cinnamon hearts. It tastes exactly like that, and boy, on a cold day, it is a good thing. It's great in hot chocolate. Hey, Kimberly. So I'm just going to pour off the excess liquid, and it says for future use. I'm not sure what future use is going to be, but, and my recipe is on my iPad, which has died here. There we go. Okay. I don't know what future use I would have for this liquid, but I'll figure something out. Okay, so we've got our pineapple, which has been soaking in Fireball whiskey. And now we're gonna add in 2 tablespoons of cinnamon sugar. And I'm assuming I just mixed up 2 tablespoons of cinnamon and 2 tablespoons of sugar, put them in a snack cup, mixed them up, and away I go. So I'm gonna add in, this is about, I think, half of what would normally be a recipe. So I'm gonna put just slightly more than a tablespoon and a bit. And a dash of cayenne, it says. So I've got some cayenne that I have sitting in my modular spice container. And of course, because this is probably more than 2 years old, because it was when I was doing meal prep classes and we had cayenne in some of the recipes, but I haven't used it since. But because our modular spice containers are airtight, that it is probably just fine. Yeah, smells like cayenne. Okay, so I'm gonna put a dash, it says. Okay, well there's a dash. Did you know that a dash is actually a real measurement? And that is the 1/8 on your teaspoons. That is what I'm told is a dash, is 1/8 of a teaspoon. And Tupperware is the only company that has 1/8 of a teaspoon in its teaspoons. Okay, so I've got it in my freezer mate, and going to toss until fully coated. So we're going to get some Tupper size. Remember that you want to have Tupper size on both arms. You don't want to end up with a nice toned arm and an arm with an adult water wing. So always use both arms when you are Tupper sizing. Okay, oh my goodness, this looks quite delectable, I gotta say. So here's some good cinnamony, sugary, boozy stuff on the top here. So there we go. Looks pretty good to me. How can you go wrong with this recipe, really? And I'm going to put it into our MicroPro grill. There we go, just dump her in. And again, don't wanna miss out on all the good stuff. So we'll put that on here and drizzle the last of that on here. So there we go, that's it. It's that easy. So now I'm just gonna spread this out so they're in a single layer. Come on, get over there. There we go. And now we're gonna put it in the microwave, in the MicroPro grill, on the grill setting. That means that the cover is going to be right down flat on top of, need a fork, there we go. Just going to set these down so they're as even as possible. Set that down on its side, there we go, instead of on its end. And that way, when we set the cover down in the grill position, so it's right down on top. It's not in the up in the oven position, it's in the grill position. So this is basically like it's on a barbecue grill. Make sure that they are in the center where the hot plate is. And now we're gonna put this in for 5 to 7 minutes, remove from microwave, drain accumulated juices, cover in the grill position again, and I will stir it as well and go for another 2 minutes. So I'm gonna put this in, or I'll go split the difference and do 6 minutes. There we go. So it's that easy. And that's the beauty of the MicroPro grill, that if you want to grill anything, you can do so no matter what. That if your barbecue isn't available, or if it's raining, or if it's hot, or if it's minus 30, doesn't matter. You've got your MicroPro grill. Okay, I also wanted to circle back to some information that I was sharing yesterday about washing food. I just need to grab water here. There we go. Washing our food using our vinegar water. Because vinegar is the only thing that kills mold spores. And when you buy a great big 2-pound container of strawberries, which actually look pretty good, they don't look too awful. I might be tempted on the way home from the store to have one of these, but luckily I have done this enough times that I will never, ever eat strawberries on the way home from the store again, because I know what comes off them. So I'm going to just put these into my Junior That's a Bowl, which is one of our current thank you gifts for those of you who love free Tupperware. I would love to give you one of these for absolutely free, just for getting together with your friends and having some fun with food and playing with all of the Tupperware. So I'm going to put in a very carefully measured 1/4 cup or so, and I'm going to give this, oh, and now I have to sneeze, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. One in here. I don't know if it was the cayenne or what, but holy smokes. There we go. Woo! That cayenne pepper is something else again. All right, so I'm going to put this in. We're going to give them a good shake. Now you know that if you keep strawberries in this plastic container in the fridge, that it'll last maybe 2 days before they're starting to go all moldy and wilty and oh, pardon me. And this is why when you come into Tupperware, you never have to worry about being perfect. Heaven knows I am not perfect. But there, we'll give these a good shake. And now let's pour this. Hold up my cinnamon sugar here. Let's pour this into our, oops. Oh my goodness sakes. Yikes. Probably into my iPad is not a good idea. I'm going to close that up and move it out of the way. I never said I was a neat cook. Holy cow. Not sure what got into my nasal cavity this morning. Oh, goodness sakes. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. But you can see, look at the color of that. And look at the color of this. Let me just put this seal on so that it's, there we go. So look at the difference in color there. And this is not red from strawberries. This is brown from dirt. And they are, that is gross and disgusting. So now what I'm gonna do is pour off any of the remainder of this water here. And if you wish, it would probably be a good idea to give these another rinse just with some plain water. Vinegar does tend to do its job and then evaporate off very quickly, but with something soft, fleshed like strawberries, it's not a bad idea to rinse away any traces of the vinegar. The vinegar will usually just evaporate away and you'll never taste it at all, but the acidic nature, because it is 6% acetic acid, the acidic nature you don't want to leave on your strawberry because it's nice and soft, fleshed. Okay, hey Kathy, nice to see you. So I'm going to spread these out now onto my Tupperware microfiber towel, and I'm going to just give them a rub, get them all just in one layer, and then I'll give them a rub just to dry them off a little bit, and then I'm going to let them sit for this afternoon until they are as dry as possible. And if you don't have time for that, just give them extra loving with your microfiber towel, because that will definitely suck in as much of the water as possible. These towels are amazing. If you don't already have them, you definitely need some microfiber towels in your kitchen. You will love them, I guarantee it. And so these are actually pretty dry now. And so the difference in the look of these strawberries is amazing, that they are now beautifully clean, and they are going to last for 10 days or 2 weeks in my Fridge Smart. I'm going to put them in my Fridge Smart here, and they're going to last in here for 10 days to 2 weeks. Oh, it's splendid timing. There we go. Wow, that fits in perfectly. So that's a 2-pound container, which is on sale. It's always this week. Fits perfectly into the Fridge Smart Medium Deep. And you get 2 of these Fridge Smart Medium Deep in the 4-piece set, that this is the last day of the sale. The 4-piece set, that when you get one, you get a second one absolutely free. So you can share it with a friend, whatever you want to do. But if you don't already have Fridge Smart in your fridge, you deserve to save the huge money. Like, I'm talking hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars a year that you can save, and the amount of food that will actually get into your mouth instead of into your compost bin, you're going to be astonished. Okay, so let's just see what these look like. So here we are. Oh my goodness sakes. These look so cool. So look at that. Here, I'll bring you over this way. It's easier. There. Look at that. They are all grilled. There's some accumulated juice on the outside in the moat, I like to call it. And so I'm going to dump that off and save it for future use, whatever use that might be. I have no idea yet. But it says to just dump off the excess juice. There we go. And now I'm going to put it back in. Remember, when you have your MicroPro grill cover, that you always want to put the cover down, hot side down. It's got the feet on here so that it'll protect your countertop, so no worries there. But this is 425 degrees right there. So don't take a chance on putting your elbow into it. So basically, I'm just going to give these a quick little flip as best I can. There we go. Just to flip them a little bit. Because we do find with the MicroPro grill that often one side cooks a little more than the other side. Sometimes it's the bottom, sometimes it's the top. There's no real rhyme or reason to it. So I'm just going to flip them and now put them back in for another 2 minutes on grill. And I will come back in 2 minutes and share with you, once these have cooled down, that I can actually taste them, because right now they are scorching hot. They are burn the crap out of your mouth hot. So you won't want to do that. So give me 5 minutes and they will be cooked, cooled down enough I can try one, and I'm excited to try. All right, we'll see you back shortly.